probably wondering why I'm calling this route backwards, Washington Backcountry Discovery Route. Well, a group of us rode it from north to south, which is section 654321. This video covers the ride from section 5, 6, and part of section 4 because we were on our way to the Touratech Rally 2023. And so you can see the lineup of bikes here. We've got a mix of different bikes, except for the fact that we had 3 DR650s, all different years. And I'm riding, of course, the KTM 1090 Adventure R. There's a BMW in the mix, as well as a Triumph Tiger. So had quite a variety of bikes. And so here's the classic picture that you see everyone taking of them hitting the end of section 6, but that's the Canadian border. And so here's the sights and scenes from the different spots we rode through as we approached the start of the dirt.
On my paper map, I'll look at it.
Yes, you heard me talk about my paper map. Love a paper map, and I had multiple opportunities to use it.
Yeah, that'll
as
be fun
I'm
to
running
see
an old
now.
car Garmin, you can see that on my dashboard, and then also trying to use Gaia, which sometimes worked for me, sometimes didn't in an offline mode. What I found was the little arrow indicating where you were would stall in place and then get to an intersection and stop, and then the arrow would jump ahead and find me. So that made navigating a little bit challenging as we carried on this route. A little bit disappointing to see the old homestead cabin at the top of Skull and Crossbones hit by a tree and flattened. So a few years back we were able to see it. Now here's my buddy who made a skid right into the ditch. He was okay. Picked him up and away we went.
This tire, a brand new Motoz.
Every once in a while you'll see me peeking over at my rearview mirror. I'm actually just checking to see if my old Hero GoPro 960 is running with the red light flashing. Doesn't always work, but it does a decent job, and you can see the footage is okay. Ruby town site was a fun little quick stop, and then a steep uphill ascent as we climbed out of this valley. So as we got some really nice weather at times, we did get some rain. You'll notice that I'm running some Hippo Hands on my hand guards there. Really comfortable in all season. We got a little warm when the weather got nicer, but it sure was a nice luxury to have on this trip, because we did get a bit of rain a little bit later on, as you'll see. Entered the area called the China Wall, and here you go. This is the tallest wall in this area. I'm just joking. It's just the China Wall. There's our bikes down there. Old silver mine. Man, I was doing some heavy breathing there. Got to work on my cardio. Some pretty cool old scenes along this this road, and as we climbed back up into the mountains, we got to ride along with some nice views. And yeah, again, the weather was really nice. The dust wasn't too bad. At times it did pick up, but overall it was great. Camping at some snow peak area or snow staging area for snowmobiles has its perks, because not only is it nice open area, it has an outhouse.
Well, that's why I kind of wonder if that might have been the peak. I'm not zoomed in enough on mine. So that was...
You might notice that every once in a while I do lift up my hand to my mouth. I'm actually licking my glove so that my glove works on my phone. That might be a little bit counterintuitive to be licking leather or synthetic leather. But what it does is actually allows you to use your phone with a glove that doesn't have the touch sensitive abilities for a phone. So there's your tip of the day. We had a nice little climb up to Cooper Mountain. There's a really good lookout up there, and so got to enjoy the scenes of this lookout. Since Andy and I were well ahead of the pack, these guys didn't even realize that we sat and tried to figure out this turn for a while. They rolled up like we knew what we were doing, and we tricked them real good. Got to ride up a cool little lookout. It's not super challenging, worth the effort to get to the top. And so what you see here is the top of Cooper Mountain. Enjoy the scenery. That is Lake Chelan down there.
Mark, were you close enough to see that? Nice. I switched sides on by yeah, it was not a controlled switch.
Of course, this is the part of the video where everyone says the GoPro makes us look flat and it's harder than it looks, Yeah, it was pretty steep, and it was a challenge. Super dusty this day, and keep in mind that we were fully loaded with all of our luggage on
Mark,
for a week of camping,
GoPro
so
running?
it was a bit of a challenge to get to the top, but we made it unscathed and enjoyed the jungle.
The last cream was the church fundraiser.
So as we approach the midpoint of Section 4, we're actually heading down into Plain, Washington shortly. We had a great time, got a little wet at the end, but watch for the next video of Section 4, 3, 2, 1.